365, we have the vehicle that can help so many people do the same because there's so many people that can't. And I think when we open our eyes to wanting to help other people, your business is going to grow faster because that's what makes our business unique. When you look at other people, different business out there, it has nothing to do with anything other than the relationship and the fact that they want to help, because products are everywhere. And so when you see someone going from, or just becoming a jumper is what I call them, and they jump from one business to another business, they're just looking for relationships. They're following the relationships. They didn't know the compensation plan for our business. They don't know the compensation plan for the new business that they're in. All they did was jump because they liked someone, or someone said something nice to them, or they remember how much fun it was working with this person or that person when they were in this business and that business. It's all about relationships. They don't have a clue on what it is they're selling or how it even works. And that happens sometimes here too with our Surge 365 family, is we get so caught up in and it's almost like what we don't have, but we need to focus on what we have, because we have so many different products that can help people do so many different things. And I saw, Darlene's not on the call today, but I did see that she got on the Trav Manatee training for the AMR hotels and resorts. They've changed their name, and Sharita puts out all these different training, and then she responded back that it was a good training. That's just one little piece. She loves the travel part, so that's what she does. And so we have so many different things. Find out what you like doing and find out something new about what you're doing. I smile at myself because even when we were in Colorado, with Rick and I having two sites, we used my site for one Princess cruise. And so we still have his site for a Princess free cruise. All I have to do is take the training. We still have my Cunard, because Cunard will give you a free cruise also. Free cruises. Just sitting there in the back office, waiting for you to take the classes. So then the educational part will open up with the one source, and all the cruises that are available for you to take for free is listed there. And there's no reason because for as long as you've been in the business, even if you just said to yourself, I'm going to take one class a month, you would have been done with becoming a Commodore with Princess. Well, it's more than that. You'd have to take one class well, that'd be 2 years because it's 25 classes. So taking 2 classes a month within a year, you would be completed. You do the graduation cruise, and then it pops up. It opens up just like a widget, whatever you want to call it. It opens up and it shows you, it says congratulations, you get your certificate, you get your little Princess pin, and then it starts showing you all the cruises that Princess will allow you to take because you are now a Commodore. And they treat you so nice. And even now with my Commodore status, when we go on Princess cruises, you get a black card and you don't stand in the line. You hold your card, or you don't even have to show your card. There's a line for diamonds and platinum and all these different levels that you now are because you are a Commodore. And see, I think that's so special. And what we have to do is we have to find out what we really like when it comes to our Surge 365 business. I mean, if you have a passion and you want to help everybody have the best Christmas they ever had, you know, by coming into business and sharing it with everybody and having people buy businesses as gifts, You figure folks will go out and spend $500 for a PlayStation 4, I think it is. I don't know if it's 4 or 5. And after that, it's old, it's boring. They do nothing with it. But they can spend $500 on a business and literally change their family's financial future. So I think it's how we look at it and what we want to do and how we want to share with the different people out there. I like the idea of business. And I was out with my cousin yesterday, and man, I was talking to people. I got 2 cards, this mother and daughter. One is for tanning, and the other one was for real estate. And I'm like, oh yeah, we got to do lunch, and probably will never do lunch, but I will definitely contact them and let them know what I'm doing. And if they're interested in, or they know anybody who wants to cruise or do a family reunion, it's just small things like that. And as you do stuff like that, you'll begin to new people. And so I just think it's exciting. This is an exciting time of year when everybody is all happy and festive. But again, we cannot forget about the people who would love to have a business. They would love to have something that they could do that no one controls them. They put their own time in, however they want to put their time in, and they then can explode it however they want because they're putting the time in to work for themselves. I think that's the key. And knowing that you care more about them than the different things that are going on. So I just think it's exciting this time. And I think I have to answer this. Okay. And I think it's really exciting that we are able to do things like that for people. So finding out what you like, what you want to do, our Surge 365 business, when you hit a bonus, they pay you. I mean, the check comes in the mail, and all of the residuals come in the mail. And the more people you have in your business, of course, the bigger your residual check will be. And it might seem like, oh, that's not a lot of money, you know, just the $1, $2, but it adds up. And the more people that you're helping to do the same thing, the bigger your checks are going to be. And I was saying to Rick, when our bonus came, I said, oh man, I want 5 of these every day of the week. I want 5 of these every day of the week. I can handle that. I can do some things, you know. And so he's like, yeah, well, let's do it, you know. And so it's really funny how you see it and it works. And then you look at other folks and it's like,
Brenda, because you know
what? A day? No,
well,
5 a day is
well,
not.
you know, we was getting what, 13, 15,000 a week. Yeah, we were
A
making
week.
15,000.
A week.
Oh yeah, that's.
I'm saying a day. So it's not a it's not a paid deduction, but it's nice to be able to dream.
Is 5,000.
No, I said 5 of those checks a day.
Okay, okay, a week. That's 5,000.
A day.
Yeah, $1,000.
A day. That's 5,000 a day.
7,000. Oh, huh?
A I said a day.
$1,000 a day.
5. No, I said 5 of those checks a day. You did not hear me. I said I wanted to get 5 of these a day.
Okay, well, let me say this. It is granted.
I know. So I was thinking about what Glenn said on Monday night, what his pastor said, and I thought that was really good, and how all we have to do is just ask. So I'm excited because there's ways out there that we have no clue.
Hey, Glenn needs to repeat that again for the business people.
For the Thursday call people, but I thought that was really good, and I did that, you know, and I think that Everybody is really excited about different things that are going on, and that sharing this business is definitely it. And I just have a feeling that our business is going to explode. There are so many people out there. You have no idea who you're going to meet, because right now we're in a whole new state, and we don't know. Well, I do know people, but still. Is that Glenn?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was unmuted. Yes.
Oh, you sound like me now.
That was ask the Lord for what you want him to do for you. And don't ask small, ask big.
Ask big.
And the chances of him to perform it, 100%.
100%. I love that. And that's why I'm saying, Glenn, 5 of those checks a day. Rick didn't hear me. He thought I said a week. I went, no, a day. And if I do 5 of those a day times 7, that's some serious cash right there. And that's just the start. That's just the start. So the more people we help and show them what they're doing, because think about it, people out there, they're doing so many different things to make ends meet. And it's just because they don't know how Surge 365 works. And another thing I was thinking about our business is, if you go back, and it's always ask for new and creative ideas, because I love to listen to the stories of the people who have made it successfully, folks, and then the people that we know I'm talking about entertainers, people that are on the television or wherever you listen to them. That is not even everyone. There are so many millionaires out there that are not famous, and they love it. There are billionaires out there that are not famous, and they love it. And that my thing is, I don't need the fame. With the fame comes limitations. With the fame comes limitations, because if you take somebody like Beyonce, now granted, she could take all her hair off and all her makeup off, put on some sneakers, and probably go anywhere she wants to go. Nobody would recognize her. So they do have the freedom to dial it back and go wherever they wanted to go. But if she was going to a concert or wherever she was going, and she decided that she wanted to run in a McDonald's, but of course that would never happen because somebody was running there for her. But she just does not have the freedom. They don't have the freedom to go like they want to go, because their face is recognizable. And they can buy what they want, but they can't, it's something about, and I know everybody likes different things. You can dream big, like having a personal shopper and all these different things. But I like being able to just walk the malls, look at all the different stuff. And granted, yeah, I would do the whole personal shopper thing too. But sometimes you just want to walk around and see what's out there and see the people and kind of connect. When your face is plastered all over everything, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. Now, maybe you could pull that off in a foreign country for a minute until somebody from the U.S. is vacationing too and see you. But you really just don't have the freedom. So I like the idea of the cash without the fame. And there are so many millionaires out there and billionaires. We don't even know who they are because they're not famous. So whatever your hang up is about the money, don't worry about it, because no one has to know you have it. No one has to know you have it. You can do your small little charitable giving to people, and you could be a anonymous donor. We've done that, and that is so fun. Nobody knows, and you're just watching everybody be all happy, and it's fun to watch. It's like, oh wow, that's so cool, and nobody's coming up to you thanking you because they don't have a clue on who blessed them for this or that. So all of those things are so fun to do, and so find out what you want to do. And do it. Even my cousin yesterday, she said, I hit the lottery. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to bless all the homeless people. And I said, that's really, really nice that she would even think to do that, because she's okay. She has what all she needs, and she could go and shop and buy what she wants. And so I thought that was really nice that she was able to, say that, because there are so many homeless people out there. But and I didn't want to burst her little bubble, but like we know, it's better to teach a man how to fish than to give him a fish. So, and we know that because once you teach him how to fish, then he's going to eat for a lifetime as opposed to just feeding him one meal. So we know all that. But I thought that was really nice that she was wanting to do something like that. And there's so many different ways to do different things, especially during this time. I was listening to one family where the kids would get one gift and then they would get a second gift to give away. So they are only going to get one gift and then they get a second gift to give away. And I thought that was really nice because now you're teaching them how to be kind and how to give things to people, especially when you have all that you need. I mean, you got a kid and their room is full with all the latest and greatest gadgets. What else are you going to put in there? So find one thing and then have them give something away to the different charitable places that are around. And that's a real big thing. I really liked how our church would do it. They would have you take a name with a gift, well, not a name, a little card off the tree, and it said what the gift was. And you'd go buy it and bring it back unwrapped so they could see what it is. And then they had a whole committee of people that would wrap the gifts up, put on there, 9 to 15, boy, girl, whatever the case may be. And then they would give the gifts out. So there's so many ways this time of year. And the same thing with Surge 365. We have our little gift certificates or our little 7-day night stays that we're not using. Man, that'll be a great gift for somebody. And as long as you tell them how to use it. Because so now you're giving them 7-day night stays. We were looking at going up to North Carolina to see some of Rick's families. And the closest place was only 3 days. And I was like, no way, I'm not giving my 7 days away for 3 days. We'll find, we'll just go there for 1 day, 2 days or whatever, come on back and save our certificates for when it's a whole 7-day night stay. Because there are 3 days, especially depending on where you're going. When we went to Destin, Florida, it was only for 3 days. But still, help people to understand how that works. And if they understand how that works, then they're able to do more and enjoy what they have when it comes to their Surge 365 business. They're able to then share it too, because a lot of times we can't share our business because we don't understand it. And when we're in a conversation with someone, we don't want to talk about our business because we don't understand it. And we don't have our elevator speech, so we can say it real fast, what it does. We're just not comfortable sharing what we have. I'll give a business card in a minute, and either you're going to want travel.
Do you have an elevator speech?
Not really. I'm not in elevators.
So if you meet me, besides trying to pick me up, just kidding. But if you meet me and I'm like,
but it depends on. Okay, I hear you. But it depends on where the conversation is going.
So what if,
for example, the young
play.
lady? Okay, I can give you. I'll give you the lady yesterday.
Oh.
I'll give you the lady yesterday.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yesterday. Okay, so and I say it's not an elevator speech because I wasn't in an elevator. I'm just being silly. But I said to her, hi, and we were talking about Christmas stuff because we were in Hobby Lobby, and it's just, so we're talking about Christmas stuff and we're just talking about family. And I said, oh, we need to get together because they were funny and we were laughing. We need to get together and do lunch. And she said, oh yeah, I have a business card because she just moved from Texas and she had her real estate cards from Texas, and she pulled her card out and I went, oh wow, you're from Texas? She says, yeah, it's a great picture. Went back and forth with all the niceties. And then I gave her my card and I said, here's my card. I do a little travel, dabble here and there. And I said, I help people either get their own travel business up and running or family reunions, whatever type of travel they're looking for. I'm your gal. That's all I said to her. And she took my card, and it could go either way from now, because all I did was give her a card and got a card. It wasn't enough time for me to try to show her the Surge 365 business. So when people say your elevator speech, it's really not a speech. It's just a quick little verb on what you do, so they will be interested and know when you call them what you do. So that would be mine. Yes,
the name of that book, we had that was some required reading in college, and it's a short little book called How to Get Your Point Across in 30 Seconds or Less. And that's exactly what it is. An elevator speech. What happens if you got on the elevator with Bill Gates and you were only on there for 30 seconds? How do you get your point across in 30 seconds or less? I suggest it to everybody. Like I said, it's a short read. It may even be downloadable. Back to you, Brenda.
Oh, that's a good little book. Glenn, we have to put that on our we should put that on our group page, so people could then go, and it probably is. I'll go and check it out and see if it's on YouTube or all the different places, because a lot of times little short books like that are where you can even listen to it. So put that on our group page so people can see that. And I think it would be a nice way to help them, because a lot of times folks don't know how to do that. And we'll say, oh, you make sure you get those 30 seconds in there because you got short, and folks are getting so nervous because they think they don't know, but they know. And everything, and I'm going to look for the book myself, and everything really I'm thinking, because I haven't read it yet, so I'll learn something new, is just being friendly and making yourself friendly, because that way they're gonna go, this is only my opinion, they're gonna go on your vibe, your energy. That's what they're gonna pick up on. And so no matter what words you're saying, your energy, your vibe, that's what they're picking up on. Somebody wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say yesterday when you came back, and you and your cousin, and you guys went out to the different stores, and how your cousin was saying how everybody is so friendly. Now she's from down here. Now
Right.
people are friendly because I'll tell you, Brenda's friendly. And it wasn't because her cousin's friendly, because she's not really friendly. I mean, she knows we still speak, but it was so impactful to the point of when they was out and about, and people was coming to them and talking to them. It was because Brenda is friendly, because the cousin, and for her to make the statement that, wow, she lives down here, everybody is so friendly. The impact.
No, she said these people are usually not this friendly.
It's like the joke our pastor used to say with this guy who just has a bad attitude, and he had some Limburger cheese under his nose, and he was like, the whole world stinks. And every room he go into, he's smelling the Limburger cheese under his nose. This room stinks. And he goes outside and takes a deep breath. This outside stinks. And not realizing it's him. It's him, And so for the cousin to say, wow, people usually aren't this friendly, it's because you haven't been around Brenda. And so we don't know the impact that we have on others. And as you was talking, Glenn, I was just like, wow, and you mentioning the book, you had mentioned earlier to us that it takes 10 years to become an expert in whatever field. And because you're exercising whatever talents and skills. You know what? We don't even know what we don't know because of all the knowledge and the books that we've read, being in the business. It has totally developed us as a person. We've been rehearsing this thing ever since we've been in the business. And so, especially on our team, we got so many different areas. You guys are community builders. You guys know the funding by travel. You know all of this. Vision. All the books you read, even in Amway, and this all actually comes together to lay a foundation of knowledge that it becomes an assumption, that we already know without even having to think about pulling out this information over here or reading this over there. You know, not to say that we don't stop learning something new, like you say, Brenda, but man, the self development in this business is just amazing. Back to you, Brenda.
Hello.
Go ahead, honey.
Hello, leaders. And on that note, we're finishers. You know, we here are leaders. And one thing that I was just listening to and taking reference in this past week, and people are asking us all these questions. What's this? What's this? What's happening? The same, the same, the same. Consistency, focused on the win, believing that this is possible for us, for our team, personal development, affirmations, written vision, written goals, calling what you desire to be to come forth. And Coach Arlen sent this morning, and I thought this would be great to share today. Thought for today: success is happening. Success is not the absence of failure. Success is what happens when you choose to move on beyond failure. Learning what not to do is an important part of knowing what is most effective to do. Every mistake can spotlight a way to improve. Frustration and disappointment are painful for a very positive reason. The pain pushes you in the direction of achievement. What does not work gives you a realistic understanding of what will work. Whatever stops you can no longer stop you when you see it clearly enough to work your way around it. Make your first instinct to celebrate rather than to judge. Celebrate and quickly find a useful outlet for whatever you've just been given. Every up, every down, every moment makes you more able and creative and effective. See all the ways that success is happening and allow achievement to flow freely into your world.
Nice.
So that is a choice that we get to make, each one of us. And so I'm doing that, and I focus towards what is coming, what is our legacy that we're building here? How do we touch and impact people real time? You know, I don't necessarily have an elevator speech. I just kind of say hello to people and I smile, and then I kind of listen mostly to what they're talking about and what's going on in their world. And then I may interject something, you know, into that conversation. But most of the time, I don't go out here with an elevator speech. I just go out of here being myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it does what it does because I'm just naturally me, and that's the only person I can be, right? So if I
Right.
just go out here like today, and this was funny because I came into the physical therapy and they know I'm pretty up, but I was in a little quiet, and they're not used to that, right? They're like, oh, we got to get her some music going. You can shift people. That's how I've been going to that place for a couple of months. They went in there and changed their whole atmosphere for this lady. I said, what? She says, let's get her some upbeat kind of, you know, I'm telling you, you impact people. And that was just a blessing. I said, you know what? We matter to somebody. And just be encouraged, you matter to somebody. And whatever atmosphere you bring in the room, oh, it's in there. And so we can choose, as Coach Arlen said, success is happening. Speak that all day long. Just keep on speaking it and watch what happens for you. Back to you, Brenda.
That is so true. That's true. That's true. You know, and like we say over and over again, it's all about your mindset. It's all about what you believe and all that. It hasn't changed. It's all still the same. And like you said, I just go out and be me. A lot of people can't go out and be themselves because themselves is not that approachable. You know, they're not that approachable. They, for whatever reason, that's just who they are. They're not smilers. I know when you smile at people smile back. They're not smilers, and that's just how they are. Everybody is different. So that's why when you find someone who seems unapproachable, usually they are. Rick makes me laugh because we'll be in a store and people will just be going on about their business, and he just walks, hey, how's it going? How's it going? And he greets them like he knows them, and he just knocks them out of their trance. And I was like, now that person was in a trance, they were shopping, they were having a great time, and you went and knocked them out of their trance, and they're looking at you trying to figure out, do I know this guy? And it's because of the way he greets them. And so, but they're not the kind of person that would have greeted him like that. You know, once in a while, well, pretty often though, he'll run into a like-minded greeter, and then that turns into a whole conversation. You know, when they have the same greet, hey, how's it going? Hey, how you doing, man? You know, before you know it, they're talking. Like your hat, like your, you know. So there are people. So, but so that's where the 30 seconds introduction to your business comes in at, because sometimes people need that. They need to know what to say because
Well,
they don't have a
yes.
clue on what to say.
And you know, Brenda, you know, it's okay to be cordial, but in tying in with what we opened with, asking big, and I meant, what happened if you got on the elevator with Bill Gates? You're not just going to say hello. Do you know what to say? You want to have that
Right.
tool in your pocket to be able to pull out, to know what to say to a big fish in 30
Right.
seconds
And
before he gets off
Right.
that elevator.
the thing,
Back to you,
Right,
Brenda.
right. So he can look. So he can have his assistant say, "I want to meet with her." put together a meeting. You know, I need to talk longer.
I'd be
So
like,
that's true.
I'd be like, how's your day going, Bill?
How's your day going, Bill?
How's your day going, Bill? How you all?
Look, how's your mental
How's
health?
your mental health?
How's your mental health? You know, because people. Go ahead. Somebody wanted to speak.
Yeah, you know what to say to a multi-billionaire? I know. How would you like to save 40% on your taxes?
Oh, you done shut him down though. Because he don't care.
How would you like to save 40% on your taxes, Mr. Billionaire? I don't pay taxes. All right.
Okay. But you know, the thing is, here's the deal. See, you would say, like Ed, you would say what the Spirit tells you to say that will be perfect for the moment, that won't be out of sorts. And see, we don't, it's not a spiritual call, but everything comes back to spiritual, because that's a response. To say something in the Spirit is a response in the Spirit. And that's what you would want in that elevator speech. Otherwise, it just hits the natural. And we know the natural, there's no assertion, there's only attraction. And so the prayer would be, Father, what shall I say to attract? What does this person need to hear right now? And if we can be and maintain that kind of an awareness, that's our elevator speech. Because in the Spirit, that speech will always, like you were saying, Chantel, that will always be what they need, to hear for that moment. And you would never miss, And so that becomes now a spiritual dependency. And if you was in the elevator with Bill Gates coming down with the anointing that you have, he's going to be like, this is my best friend by the time he gets down to the bottom. Even though it's only 30 seconds. Because you're going to say something. You're going to say something that hits the spirit of where he's at that moment. In fact, I believe everybody on this call will do that. Because everybody on this call has that spiritual nature, where you're not just going to be there silent, but God's going to have you. And this will be the deal. Will you overcome fear to do what the Lord gives you, the Holy Spirit gives you the impulse to do? That right there is the business. Because our steps are directed, and the Spirit will show us at every turn, if we ask, if we surrender, what to do. And it will be right on each time. And you can't work this business in the flesh. That's why it's like you can't just call 50, a list of 100 names. You can't just ride the elevator up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. This thing is directed. When Brenda and her cousin went out, think about how powerful the statement was from her cousin who lives down south here. We just moved down south. And her cousin telling Brenda, people usually aren't this nice. Back to you, Brenda.
Hey, on that note, I'm about to create some platforms for, I love absolutely, and this is in my psyche, this is going to be here because this is one of the reasons we came to this company. Coach Tomer's vision for everyday people is a part of what I bring to the table. I want to be able to reach out to the mothers that's staying at home, and I want to be sitting here just like I'm sitting because somebody told us that we had to be in suits looking like I want to look just like this. I want them to know that you can work this from home looking just like this. You can sit in your pajamas and work this business. I want to meet the everyday people that just need an extra $500. Hello, somebody. Everyday people that are sitting at home right now trying to figure out how they're going to make these bills fit with the money they do not have. And the month is getting ready to start already. And we just received another one of those. I want to meet that person. I want to talk to the mothers that are running around out here in the park with their children in these strollers. How do we talk to those people? The same thing. The same thing. How do we meet their needs? What are they seeking? How do we're around a bunch of military people live here. How do you address the fact that they are standing in the food stamp line? The military troops standing in the food stamps line and we're sitting here. How about the guy that's sitting in Starbucks talking about he's on the golf course with his buddies? And most of the time they're sitting up in the Starbucks. How do you talk to real people that's just doing life? And they have needs also. And we're sitting here. All this that we have received lately it's all it is. It's the consistent walk. Nothing has changed. We haven't changed a thing. All we did was went in there and said, you know what? Look, this is what the company's doing right now. Do what is happening. Like the Winners Win is live this Saturday. What's great and what's happening right now, real time, and this has been like zero, laser focus right here. Reactivate final day today. If anybody in your team has not reactivated, I feel like it's a responsibility for me. That could not be you. People have reactivated in our team, and do you know we earned a point off of that to hit that $1,000 bonus? I went, what? Had no idea. These people were in the business back in 2015 ish, and had the Vortex Platinum Pro package. And when they reactivated, they gave us a point, and the next one earned us that $1,000 bonus. I'm just saying, do the things that are in the system for us to do with this company. Win your room with this Surge 365 Experience 2024. I don't know how many people are going to that. I don't even know if your desire is to go to that, but at least go in your email and read the emails. If we just do the practical things every day, check your emails, see what's going on. Have you received an email from your leadership? Are you sending us emails? How are we staying in contact coming into the last month of the year? Have we hit all our goals for this year? It's not over, people. And if we get in the mode of, oh, I'm in the holiday season, well, you know what? When you shut down, everything else shuts down. Hands is open, not just to receive, but to give. Surge 365 recurring meetings are listed here. And I just say, do your part to know your business, to be comfortable with yourself and your business. So when the opportunity presents itself, you can say, okay, I'm going to take you over here. I'm going to take you in your back office. I'm going to help you get this done today, not next year, today. The lady that's sitting here that was given a cruise, a prayer cruise months ago. Let's go in here and let's set that up. Help your team win. When they win, we all win. When we win and they win, the company wins, and we've done our part. Back to you, Rick and Brenda.
Chantel, talk about the cruise you set up.
Oh my goodness. It was like she wanted to, she says our family is getting older. And she says they don't travel a lot. She said, so what I'm going to do, because we travel, they brought the top package because they travel all the time. They go to games, they do all that, the husband and wife. And that's her focus. She says, I want to build groups. And she said, I want to put together a cruise for my family. Coming out of Baltimore, going to the Bahamas. I said, okay, let's go up into Go CCL, which she is not. She had to wait her 30 days to be able to connect with the supplier. So she says, no, let's go in here under your account and let's see what it looks like. So we did. We went in there, pulled it up. I said, how many cabins would you like? She says, I would like 10 cabins. Pulled up the dates, put in the dates, called up Carnival, group department. They put that whole thing together for us in about less than 15 minutes. In 30 minutes, we had a whole cruise, which is sitting up here right now, in place in less than 30 minutes. That's what we did. All we needed was her dates, where they wanted to go, how many people are going. Done. And so that cruise is sitting there, and yesterday we get a call, and some of her family members are saying that date will not work. Well, you know what? We are not locked into that date yet, so we can go in there, and guess what? Because she's coming into her 30 days, we're going to book her trip next. We're going to book that cruise next month. And guess who's going to get the commission? See, that's a win-win. I did not want to receive her commission off that cruise. My whole outlook was for her to get a check in her hand. So now we can go in there and book that cruise under her, and they're going to change the dates on it, and we're going to do the same thing. But it took all of 30 minutes. That's it. Once you do it, once you know how to do it, because Glenn and I were practicing, you know how to do it. It's done. Then you can just roll like Carol Lee Miles, 100 cruises. That's all it is once you know it, you can do it. Back to you, Rick and Brenda.
That's a career opportunity. As people are going in hospitality and tourism, the access that we have to the cruise lines and to the group departments, and not only the access, but being able to earn commissions that as a consumer, as a customer, you don't have access to. But for the same cruise, being able to call them as a partner, call Carnival as a partner, and have them set up the cruise and have you listed because you're a partner, the one that gets paid the commission that they normally keep. It is so powerful. This is a global business. A lot of times people don't realize this is a business opportunity. It's not just multi-level marketing. That is the method that we use to share the business. And even there, multi-level is an accounting system to make sure that whoever does the work gets paid. Multi-level goes down in Surge 365 to infinity, and then 6 generations to infinity. And so you're getting, like you were saying, Brenda, the residual incomes, overrides, bonuses, and when the light comes on, as we're rehearsing right now and building our business and understanding our business and learning our business, don't get caught up on the things that you see and the things that are outside of your control. Focus on the things that you can control. Like you were saying, Chantel, go into the back office, learn your business, experiment and set up a cruise, a group cruise, and get paid. And then sit back and say, you know what? I called this number. They set the whole thing up, and you see this check right here. Yeah.
And look, Rick, Here's another one. We have a group going from here. This is not our group, but it's a group going from here to the Holy Land, right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Adam Kent over here at ETS since we are specialized over here, and I'm going to ask him about this trip. You know what he told me? He says, here's the trip. This is the whole trip, okay? All I did was gave him the dates. This is what he sent me back. He says the selling price of the trip is $4,098, leaving out of JFK, right? But here's the breakdown of it: day 1 and day 2, arrival; day 3, Caesarea; day 4, Sea of Galilee; day 5, walk through distance; day 6, do; day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, return to the U.S. And he says your commission on that would be $480 per person. It's anybody in the house. So when you're booking out here with all these other people, which I've called those companies up who are not paying you a commission, I'm like, oh really?
Lord
The
have
church a
mercy.
commission $480 per person, and then he says the pastor gets to go at a very discounted rate. All right. I said, okay. I'm just doing my homework. So when the time is right, we already have it the way it is. They set it all up. I didn't do any of that work. He did all of that.
You know, like Brenda was saying, a lot of times people don't really know their business. If people actually took the time to know their business and to understand their business and to tie, and we was kind of talking about this, y'all, tie their business to their passion.
Mm-hmm.
Work your business through the heart of your purpose and your passion. You know, to put some excitement in there. You know, to put add some emotion to your business. You know, add that why to your business. If you look at it through the eyes of your purpose and through the eyes of the thing that you're passionate about, then you will see it totally different. If you're looking to do it the way anybody on the team does it, there's no passion in there. You know, there's no excitement in there. It's like, okay, I got to copy this, I got to copy that. No, this is individualized. A person that doesn't have life in their business is because they're looking at other people and how they do it versus through their own passion and gifts and talents and skills and how they want to do it. They actually don't really realize that they have the freedom to create something. When you see Chantel and Glenn and Ed and myself and others on this call, Adrian on this call, when you see us, we're actually creating something tailored to us. You have the power and the authority and the privilege to tailor this business to you specifically. You don't have to do anything else that anybody else tells you to do. You know, you can tailor it. You don't have to sponsor. You don't have to work with community. You don't you don't have to work with church. You
Nope.
can just travel. Tailor it. But you want to become that expert in the area you choose to tailor it. You know, that nobody else can tell you anything about that area. And with the law of attraction, you will start attracting people in that area that you are studying, the area that you become the expert, the area that you know. That's how this thing works, you know. And I know that that's what Coach envisioned, like you're saying, Chantel. For the average regular person, you want to do it for you, and you will attract the same like-minded, average, regular person you're building for yourself, but they will show up. You'll be at the mall, you'll be at the gas pump, and it will come out of you, and they'll respond back. That's how this business works. You can't work it through my vision. I can't work it through your vision. You can't get excited necessarily about my vision. I can't get excited necessarily about yours. But when it's yours, woo, lordy, you know, lordy, 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 lordy.
Wow.
Go ahead.
And add to that, look, Every 10 guests is a free TC. Every 10. Do you know how huge that is? That is huge. If I was an organization or we're just going to start blasting it out there. And anybody that's in here that has taken this training, you can just piggyback off that and just receive the check. Like the lady that received $40,000 off of one group going to the Holy Land. One. This is what we're talking about. These people are making $300,000 in the travel side of our company because they're doing stuff like this. They're just doing these groups.
You know,
it's available to all of us.
Leslie out of St. Louis did a trip to one of the wineries up there, right? Local area, stay group. And she earned a $40,000 commission. And then the one thing that really jumped out at us is the 3 and free. That's worth $100 a month by itself. Back to you, Chantel.
It's true. Wow.
So what is your desire as as you think about moving from this place right here? This is something we have to settle in ourselves. What really are the things you enjoy doing? And just invite people. Like we're taking a group, one of our partners who is our cousin, evangelist in California. They're having the Ladies in Red in March. We're taking a group of ladies to that. We're going to book us our hotels through our businesses, get on the flight, go support her. In turn, it's going to do what? Open up a door for her to bring people into her business because we showed up to support her. These are the things you can create. I mean, there is no limits on just the trip that Glenn and my daughter did. We can create a tour package off of that. And that was a substantial getaway. Did you see that Marriott they stayed in? On the water?
I did.
On the water.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It was very nice.
I'm just saying.
What we have is amazing. I love it. You know, you can't excite people about something that they don't understand. And if they're not there, if they're not looking. And
where else are you going to have access to $1 trillion industry?
And see, that's why no other business out there comes close to ours, because we have access in so many areas. It is a travel agency. It is a wholesale club membership, vacation club, lifestyle benefits program. It is a Vortex, online booking for customers where you're earning and create revenue stream. It is a 7-day stay. Like Brenda said, you can give it away as a gift if you choose. And you can choose to use your 3-day. Or if you say, like Brenda said, no, I want my full 7, get your 7-day. You know, it's all of this. And then if you got a story, then create a story. Then now you can share that with people. And they say, I want to do that. And now you got the marketing side of it. Every 7 that come on as an SBA is a $500 bonus. Every 7 that upgrades, let's say, to the top program, is a $1,000 bonus. Put those two together, the marketing, the top, and now it's $1,500 every 7. And then not to mention the residual income. And it's all based on your story. What story do you want to tell? Go ahead.
Only one thing I have to say. What company gives you access to a multi-trillion-dollar industry and then says, if you get 3 more people that agree with you, we'll give you your business for free? You have access to a multi-trillion-dollar industry for free. Are you kidding me? What are you thinking about? What are you really thinking about here?
Wow. Man.
What? Oh, and I want to tell you, the people Two of the people that came into the company this time, you know what their vision is? They said, I want to earn that $10,000 bonus because I need that like yesterday. That's what they're looking at. How do we achieve that? What do we need to? That's what we're sitting down talking about. So the people are here, okay? Sometimes we have to do like Tyler Perry, get out of your neighborhood. But we don't have to get out of our neighborhood because they're up in here, okay? We're living in neighborhoods. But if you don't have that, most of us have it here in the Pacific Northwest. If you don't, Tyler Perry said when he was sleeping in his car, he drove around to other wealthy neighborhoods because he had to see something that was going to move him towards his destiny. And he said he did that every day. He said, I went and I got in cars and vehicles and I went to the open houses. He says, because I had to constantly see it for today. I'm like, dude, wow. And sitting up in here, a billionaire, because he kept going. He didn't give up. Back to you, Rick and Brenda.
You know, last time I did what Glenn said, your pastor said, and that is ask for the thing that you want. And if it's making money, if it's whatever success, and not holding back, the next year we made over $650,000 the very next year. To even say that is amazing to me, because it's not like, and like, you know, no man gets any credit. It's a supernatural act based on a supernatural request. And so, if depending on, of course, the new people, you know, if they're believers, here doing what Glenn Chantel Pastor said as a starting point, writing it down, making it plain, and if the Lord delights in us, and we know that He does, then watch what happens. Ask, but ask. Back to you, Brenda.
Wow. Anybody else? You guys know how fast that hour moves. It moves so fast, but so many nuggets, so much good knowledge. Yes, let's do that. Let's make that just a little challenge for next week. Let's have our second elevator speech, and let's do some role playing. That would be fun too. And just getting kind of easy. Go out there and practice putting a cruise together like Chantel and Glenn did. That's always a lot of fun, because the bottom line is it's okay to practice. I mean, and go all the way until you get to what credit card you want to put this on, and say, oh, well, let's just hold this for however long they allow you to hold it. But you went through the whole process. And there's something about that, to dream and to know that you can do it. People are doing it with travel. People are doing it with building their business. Why not you? So I think we should all just say, hey, that's right. That's it. It's 2023. We're getting ready to go in a blast in December, but it's never too late. It's never too late. You can put things together for next year or just around this year, because everybody is meeting and they want to get together again and do something different. So there's so many things that can still happen in the next month of 2023. So anybody else? Well, all righty. You know, I look forward to talking to you guys all the time. Every Thursday, we have such a great conversation. And then if you guys want to jump in on our Monday call, that's a spiritual call, and that's always a lot of fun also. But these calls, to me, it always gives me something new. And that's my goal, is to learn something new on a daily basis. And when you start doing that, man, you're going to see so many doors begin to open, because when you learn something new, it puts a question in your mind for this, for that, for this, and you just keep moving, keep going. So I want everybody to have a great rest of your day, and we will be talking to you next week, if not sooner. No, Rick and I are always here for 3 ways, any call, any questions. That's what we do. So everybody have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye now.